यस सर, संतोष सर।
हाँ सर, स्लाइड को फुल स्क्रीन करवाइए सर।
Sir, please put the slide on full screen.
नीचे साइड में होगा, नीचे। हाँ राइट।
So let us have a reflection of Professor Asmita Hudar's journey. She will grace this session as the chairperson. We welcome you, ma'am. She is the principal at HASC, Chembur, Mumbai, India. Professor Asmita Hudar is active in the field of disability management and special education for more than 3 decades. Collaboration and empathy are her core values. She is the first Indian postdoctorate Fulbright Scholar in Education of the Children with Deafness. She was the chairperson of Board of Studies in Special Education at University of Mumbai. She is instrumental in establishing Center at University of Mumbai. Three students of her have completed PhD under her guidance. She has contributed in development of several textbooks, many universities for diploma, bachelor's, and at master level. Research, inclusion, language assessment, curriculum, development, and sign language are her areas of professional interest. Over to Professor Amitav Mishra. Asmita Hudar, Professor Asmita Hudar.
Good afternoon, everybody, and a warm welcome on this discussion, which is very relevant, linking disability issues with pandemic issues. So I think I'm going to just listen to Dr. Amitav Mishra, what he talks about inclusion, and then we will have some discussion on that.
Please introduce about Dr. Amitav sir.
Yes, sir.
Radha, you need to introduce Amitav sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now it is the time to introduce Professor Amitav Mishra.
Go left. Go previous slide.
मैम नहीं हो रहा।
Go previous slide.
मैम ये हैंग चल नहीं रहा।
એનું થયા છે. હા આવી ગયા.
Professor Amitav Mishra. Professor Amitav Mishra is currently serving as professor in special education at IGNOU, New Delhi, India. He has been actively involved in training of special education teacher and professionals in 1990. Professor Mishra was graduated in mental retardation BMR with gold medal from NIMH Osmania University, Hyderabad, and a first class post-graduation degree in education in hearing impairment from National Institute for the Hearing.
I know.
National Institute for the Hearing, and has a PhD in degree for University of
Hello.
Lucknow.
हेलो सॉरी मैम, आपकी आवाज बहुत स्लो आ रही है।
Now is it audible?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Professor Mishra has guided more than 12 PhD scholars, has about 50 research publications, and edits a professional journal of NCED India. Professor Mishra has been honored with several awards such as Vinay Shriver Kennedy Award, DeRozio Award, Governance Award for Excellence in services to persons with disability, Government of Uttar Pradesh. Now over to Professor Amitav Mishra.
Thank you very much.
Amitabh sir, you're most welcome in the conference. Amitabh sir, pranam.
Namaste, pranam. So I am so much privileged to be with my, I should say, Asmita ma'am was mentoring me, and since many days I don't know why she has stopped mentoring me. Asmita ma'am.
No, once a teacher, always a teacher. Nobody can stop mentoring and nobody can stop getting mentored. Not at all. Just we both of us are busy.
So it's just to make the humor of the just to the emotional aspect of online platform is very important. So many times we just go on information we believe and we don't do this kind of humor and jokes. It's very important to keep everyone engaged. So thank you very much to KL Shah Institute and also to GRID Chandigarh for giving this opportunity. So if permitted, I can make a small presentation. So can I share my screen?
Yeah, yes, please go ahead.
Okay. So I think you are able to see my screen. I'm making it full screen. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Visible, sir.
So we'll be talking about the new challenges in education of children with disabilities. So basically, I will not talk about education. Is a very broad aspect. I'll talk about the learning of children with disabilities with specific reference to pandemic and endemic situation. Okay. So in this presentation, I would like to discuss on challenges in learning due to global pandemic endemic situation. And the situation has become endemic in India from pandemic, but for last 10-15 days the situation in Europe, the situation in US not good. In many European countries, the fifth wave and the lockdown have started. It's a great concern. So this pandemic and endemic situation will continue with us. If COVID in after a few years for something else. So we understand our situation is very fragile, and there will be emergency every time, maybe due to anything. Maybe there are some part in the world they have different kind of emerging and emergencies, like in the Afghanistan, the condition is different. The war victims, there is situation in some areas where the students are not able to attend the go to the school, so they're having some problem. It's not only pandemic, endemic. There could be political crisis, there could be war, there could be whatever may be. So as a teacher, as a educator, we need to know how to meet the challenges due to these emergencies. I'll be talking about how the world has narrowed down from the digital divide to Generation Z. That also we'll talk upon. In person, in class versus remote learning, we'll talk about this, because the pandemic in the country has changed the way we learn. They have changed the way we learn. So we'll talk about today. We'll discuss about the in-person or offline class versus online learning. We'll talk about factors that affect remote learning. We'll also talk about the areas of concern, because when there is remote learning, there is a concern about the learner engagement. You know, learners' engagement is a very important aspect of any learning environment. Teachers off-class teaching skill. Teachers may be great teacher, may be very good with conventional classroom teaching, but when it comes to remote teaching, when it comes to online teaching, many teachers they fail to do that. We'll talk about those concerns. We'll talk about pre-service teachers and the training in remote learning, because we have to prepare our future teachers for all those situations. For all those situations, like our previous teachers, they could not handle the initial months of pandemic because online classes came almost many months after, and the regular school teachers they could pick up fast, then followed by special education teachers. So this lockdown, unlock, so these things still continue in some places in India. The Kerala, the situation is not good. Maharashtra was the most affected state in India. Then most states, this kind of lockdown. This lockdown led to the lockdown of the school. But fortunately, the lockdown in the learning has not happened, but it has affected. So today we'll discuss about how the, I just ask the coordinator of this program, should I speak in Hindi or I should add Hindi some between? Or should I continue in English? So because the international conference, I don't know your audience mostly from India or from outside. A guidance could be very helpful.
I don't know, but if it is an international conference, I think most of it has to be in English.
Okay, that's not a problem for
Yes,
me.
sir.
I just
Yeah,
wanted
sir.
the convenient of the organizer.
Correct,
Sir,
correct. But maybe Santosh,
सर
want to-
अगर हिंदी और इंग्लिश मिक्स करके होगा तो मोस्ट ऑफ द लोग 90% लोग इंडियन है, तो
और
उनको
ज्यादा से ज्यादा नॉर्थ इंडिया से है, वेस्ट इंडिया से है, कहाँ से है?
नॉर्थ इंडिया और मिडिल इंडिया, सेंट्रल इंडिया के लोग ज्यादा हैं, तो गुजरात
तो
के लोग
फिर,
भी जी
गुजरात के लोग तो बड़े अच्छे से, मुंबई, गुजरात, महाराष्ट्र लोग हिंदी अच्छे से जानते हैं।
जी हिंदी
देखिए,
जी
देखिए हम लोग को बैरियर तो नहीं लाना चाहिए ना, जिससे कि वो बेहतर समझ सके। ओके,
yeah, go ahead. I think bilingual is a better policy.
yeah. So the lockdown has led to lockdown of the schools, but we understand that the learning has never been locked down. Learning has never been locked down. And there is situation of staggering the situation, because the previous speaker was speaking about that. There is now the hybrid blended learning. There's a lot of different kind of learning formats. It is very complex for our schools and teachers to understand also different formats unless they are not open and distant. The routine has changed for the children the same way the learning also, because the learning also has changed. So when we talk about COVID-19, how it is staggering on the impact on the global education. So till now, most of the schools in the US, Europe are closed. In most of the places in India, it is still closed for the primary and elementary school students. So it is more than 1.5 billion schools are closed in the, this is what happened in 2020. But the figure is more than that. The figure is more than that. And what happened during this situation? Many students have adopted online learning. In the last statistics, the Kerala is #1 in adapting to the online learning. The lowest on the graph is Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, not Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and some of the states. So this is because the diversity in India is highly, because from place to place availability of resources for online learning is also varies from place to place. That is also a challenge. So initially, in the beginning of the pandemic, there were different modes. The different modes, people started using the Facebook. They started using WhatsApp for teaching learning process. But now, as the Google and many platforms have made online programs to some extent is free of cost, so online learning or remote learning have been increased. The amount we have been spending on the online education market in India, just think about the कौन बनेगा करोड़पति, जो बायजू आता है, बायजू का आप जानते हैं कि क्या उसका कैपिटल क्या है. Baiju and Akash, they have combined together, and in the online learning, there's a lot of capital is being spent. India is making a heavy investment in online learning. So, our import, it has also increased in an extraordinary way. So if in US billions, it has now crossed around 2.5 billion, the how we spent in the online. So online market has grew in India from 0.25 billion to about $2 billion at a very short time. So that has changed the face of learning. So we have almost during this pandemic, we have changed from offline or kind of conventional learning to the digital learning. And this digital learning has made a new life after the lockdown. It's a new life after the lockdown. So remote learning will be the vital component of learning. From the slate, we walk over to the mobile phones, to the laptops, to the tabs, to any kind of gadget that help us to learn. तो ये जो बात करेंगे कि जिस तरह हमारा कोविड के कारण से, लॉकडाउन के कारण से जो हम सीख रहे थे, वो सीखने की जो चेहरा है बिल्कुल बदल गया है. पहले बच्चे वीडियो गेम्स और बाकी चीज के लिए ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म में आते थे, लेकिन आजकल हर चीज के लिए ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म, हर चीज के लिए, चाहे आपको कुछ खरीद करना है, आपको कुछ भी करना है, तो और the amount of time you are spending on mobile phone, we understand that is not good, and we have to also make very clear cut how and how much we have to use of any kind of mobile technology or maybe this thing. But the life after lockdown has changed. हम लोग स्लेट से हम लोग आ गए हैं अपनी लैपटॉप की स्क्रीन पर. When you talk about Gen Z, Generation Z, the new generation, the generation that are aged between 6 to 18 years, that we call Generation Z. So they have not seen the world without technology. You used to go see the museum offline. आपको म्यूजियम पहले जाना पड़ता था. आजकल काफी म्यूजियम ऑनलाइन है. गुजरात के सभी म्यूजियम ऑनलाइन हो चुका है. तो ये मैं बताने चाहूंगा. तो ऑनलाइन जो है, नई जनरेशन क्या है, they are mostly have seen the world through the technology. 60% of new generation says they can learn, collaborate for knowledge through technology absolutely at ease. There is no difficulty in collaborating online. 50% of the new generation says they cannot live without YouTube. 93% students, they say they're confident as they understand technology well. So new generation knows how to use the technology. जो नया पीढ़ी आए हैं 16 से 18 साल के बीच में, उनमें सब बोलते हैं कि हम लोग दुनिया तो सिर्फ टेक्नोलॉजी थ्रू से ही देखे हैं, टेक्नोलॉजी के बिना हम रह नहीं सकते हैं. 50% बोलते हैं हम यूट्यूब के बिना नहीं रह सकते हैं. 90% बच्चे ही बोलते हैं कि हमें कोई परेशान नहीं है, आप टेक्नोलॉजी लाओ, हम पढ़ेंगे. लेकिन आप जानते हैं कि टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेस एक ट्रायड है, जिसमें स्टूडेंट है, टीचर है, कंटेंट है। स्टूडेंट तो तैयार हैं, क्या हमारे टीचर तैयार हैं? क्या हमारे कंटेंट तैयार हैं? So यदि 30% component is ready, and then 33%, then you can think about 67% is still not ready. So this is all about Generation Z and the technology. The digital divide has narrowed down, but still, we as a teacher, most of the convenient teachers, they don't know. They are maybe great teachers, as I have earlier said. They may be great teachers in the conventional classroom, in the regular classroom, but when it comes to the remote learning, remote teaching, they feel they cannot handle the technology. They cannot handle the technology. As my screen has freezed, I will stop share and again I will go to sharing again. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay,
So
sir.
that
No
happened. Not a problem. Not a problem.
Okay.
So far, any question, any observations, anything to share? So I don't mind. We can discuss in between, so that. So this is COVID-19 era have started. The COVID-19 era has given lot of things to us. We have lost many things. We have lost many things. Also got many things. What we have received, this is a new ways and means of learning. As the means and ways of learning have changed. COVID-19 जो एरा है, जिस एरा में हम अभी चल रहे हैं, उस एरा ने बहुत कुछ ले गया हम लोगों से। इतने हम लोग की अपनी रिलेटिव्स, अपनी परिवार के लोग, इतने लोगों को ले गया, लेकिन एक चीज हम लोग को दिया, नई तरह सीखने की, द न्यू नॉर्मल ऑफ लर्निंग। So I'm just coming to my slide. I don't know why it is just freezing. Okay, so now we'll discuss about the components of remote learning. The remote learning, the learning that is happening not in regular classroom, that is the remote learning, whether you do through any social media or you do through any video conferencing platform, that is Google Meet or like Zoom or whatever, WebEx, whatever may be. These are all video conferencing platforms, or you do through any kind of LMS, learning management systems. Learning management systems, you have a Moodle, so you have even to some extent you use Microsoft Team also to some extent as a LMS, learning management system, as a learning management software, you use that. So for remote learning, the component student, teacher, and the another component is technology. There's three components are very important, but they exist in a different way for the different stakeholders. So only the technology connect the teachers with the student, the content with the teacher and the student. That's why the learning teaching are possible. So when you talk about, I don't know why my screen is, somebody is waiting, then that is leading to my freezing of my screen. So I'll again come to screen, because as you know, online learning means you need to have visuals, otherwise that not help you to. So when I talk about the student teacher technology at every component, whether talk about student, you talk about teacher, talk technology, at every component, there are challenges. So we'll talk about these challenges. Number one, the student, there is technology gap. Technology gap. There's a technology gap in place of the teacher. Technology gap in terms of availability, in terms of use at the both ways, in terms of the skills to use it, resources which is available, and the technological gap also there. So there are many places where the technology is not adequate.
Participants are requested to mute yourself, and I request organizers to mute everybody. Why is there so much of noise? Volume, turn off your mic.
कोमल जी अपनी आवाज बंद करिए.
Organizers, just see the names and take the names.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, over
Okay.
to you, Dr. Mishra.
Okay, thank you. That's very important aspect. The online, how we should behave online. So it's good you are giving awareness to the participants. It's very important how we should be online. So there is technology gap at there's a skill gap, technology gap, resource gap at every step. And as you know, the person with disability, the children with disabilities are double marginalized. They have a disability at the same time. The problem with the gap in the resources, the gap in the skill, the gap with the technology that happens. So that's why I call them double marginalized. When you talk about students with disabilities, so when you talk about student perspective, so we have to keep several things in mind. When you talk about teacher's perspective, then we have to see what are the teacher perspectives we have to keep in mind, and the technology perspectives we have to keep for the technology perspective to keep in mind. When I talk about student perspective, there are family factors. Family factors like the attitude on the remote learning of the student with disability. So many times in the family, they give the least priority to the sibling having the disability, to the child having disability. So that happens many times. So children without disability are in the family, they get priority, they get the gadget, they get everything. And children with disability, they're always sufferers. Second aspect is student's profile. Student's profile is something, if the child has hearing disability, then how to use the remote learning? This is a challenge. If the student has visual disability, then you have to understand how to use. Then student has intellectual and development disability. Student is young. Student is the age of the child, the severity of the child disability. Hence, the student profile is very, very important. The family factors is not only the availability of resources or maybe the attitude. The family factor is the education of the parents, how they are comfortable with the technology, whether they have technology know-how, and the particular the mothers, how they know the technology. Then when talk about technology factors means the kind of you might have Wi-Fi, you might have a good connectivity, but many places, as I have already said, many places the technology in terms of gadgets, in terms of applications, softwares, in terms of the internet connectivity, so that also factors. Then also it factors the available resources. So many times students, they don't use they don't have the gadgets. In many families, what happens, they share same gadget. The
Pardon.
sibling, they share same gadget.
No.
And what happens, they used to have a fixed package. For example, they have a 2 GB package per day, or may have 3 GB package or 1 GB package. When it comes to the student disability, so their package is already exhausted. The child has nothing to gain from this. The timing doesn't match. So there are a lot of student related perspectives. When talk about teachers' perspectives, what I said in the beginning, many teachers, they are very good in conventional classroom, they're very good in regular classroom, but when talks about the remote learning, they have challenge. They don't know how to use the technology. They don't know how to develop a e-resource. They don't know how to develop a e-teaching aid, e-learning aid. They don't know how to use the photographs, videos. So how to be live in the different social media for teaching learning. So there are a lot of challenges because our teachers are not the Generation Z teachers. Maybe the new teachers, young teachers, they must be knowing well that teachers who are above 50, teachers about 60s, they have most of the challenges they have in using the technology. So besides that, it is not only the technology, not only the resources, not only whether they have a smartphone or not, whether they have a laptop or not. It's the technical aspect also very important. Planning of remote session, planning of online session activities, it itself is a new strategy, new way of doing it that many teachers, they don't know it. Strategy to engage students. It's very important how to engage students. Managing direct instruction. So when you are giving instruction in the classroom, you can support the child, you can provide the prompt to the child, you can reward the child. That's very easy. When you are handling the students' learning needs through online, so giving prompt, बच्चों को कैसे मदद करना है, बच्चों को कैसे शाबाशी देना है, बच्चों के जरूरत को कैसे, इस बच्चे को ये चीज नहीं आ रहा है, उनको कैसे मदद करना है, ये थोड़े से बड़े मुश्किल हो जाता है ऑनलाइन। तो इसीलिए टीचर्स की challenges और बढ़ जाता है। When you talk about the technology capability is very important. The availability of gadgets, the internet connectivity, the skill to use the internet technology. There are many things which comes under this. The accessibility to technology by the stakeholders, by the teacher, by the student, the accessibility, the ability to use. It is not important to use technology for learning. It's very important to how to learn technology for learning. Using technology for learning and learning technology for learning. These two are different things. So many times we don't teach the student how to use the technology. We just jump over to the learning session. And the availability of internet, the spectrum of the speed and everything, that also matters. Alternative technology are ready. That's very important. Sometimes, for example, some technology has problem. So how to get connected through maybe it may be the simple a teleconferencing. It may be a conferencing call to the child. The child has some difficulty to join the class. The child has hardly any internet pack left for joining the class. How will do this? So you should have alternate technology ready. Plan B always should have ready. So this plan B is very important when you are in the remote learning. And it's very important to understand that every student is unique. Every student is unique. So every student learns in a different way. and we as a teacher need to teach them in a very different way, every student. So when you touch in many different ways, that helps every student. In a one style of teaching, one pattern of teaching, one strategy used, that may help some students, may not help every student. That we need to take care. As we do in our regular classroom and in the online or remote learning, it's very, very important. So that's why many students, they don't like the online classes, because it fails to arouse their motivation, it fails to engage them. So motivating them, engaging them, very important aspect. Other problem is,
उसकी कॉपी थी ना, छोड़ो, उसकी कॉपी थी ना भाई की, तुम्हारी कॉपी में कोई ऐसे करेगा तो कैसे लगेगा? आइए तुम भी कर दो, आइए तुम भी कर दो, लो कर दो इसकी कॉपी.
Participants, please mute your mics.
चलिए थोड़े बहुत बीच में चेंजेस हो जाता है, so again so it's very difficult to concentrate more than 15 minutes. So sometimes the disturbances, we can use them as a change. Okay, we'll again reconnect. So I was discussing that every student is unique. Every student is unique. That's why the teaching to be in a different way. We talk about Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence. We talk about learning styles, whether we are auditory learner, visual learner, what kind of learners we are. Then we talk about universal design for learning. So these aspects, our teachers, they know it. So remote learning also needs all those things should be kept in mind when you do the remote learning. This is another challenge many times. We fail to do this. So again, my screen has freezed. I will again come back to you with my screen. I'm very comfortable, don't worry. We are talking about technology perspective. There are many factors that affect quality of remote learning by the student. Connected but isolated, the students not engaged.
Yes.
Physical control over the student, that is also many times, because we don't have physical control over the student. We don't know how to handle this situation. If the student has a mentor or a volunteer around, particularly teaching the student with the intellectual or maybe with development disability, student with hearing impairment also, sometimes the physical control helps. But when there's a problem with the visuals not coming, there's some kind of problem, you are not able to see the child, or child not able to see you, then you need to have a volunteer who can able to hear you. In case of children with intellectual disability, you need to have a volunteer, whether a sibling or is a parents, who can just take instruction for you and then do it accordingly. Arrangement for a session is very important. It need to be lot of planning, lot of arrangements at the student side. What kind of teaching aids, learning aids students should have. So it has to be done well before. Teacher-student preparation for the session is very important aspect. Many times we forget about this. Then the challenges happen. When you plan the remote session, it's very important the session planning. Session planning means you should know your session is 60 minutes. Don't have many sessions. You cannot have very long online session. It's very difficult to engage students for a longer time in any kind of online platform, because what happens, why it happens, we don't have social kind of stimulation in the online platform. Hardly we have emotional stimulation. We just provide information, no activities at the in the student's hand. Then we keep on teaching concept by concept. But in the classroom, you have lot of social stimulation. कोई एक बच्चा हंस रहा है, आपने जोक कर लिया, कोई बच्चा दूसरे को देख रहा है और टीचर और कुछ बोल रहे हैं. So that can be the disturbance in the class, but in one way, it is very important to get the student attention back to the class. But that doesn't happen on the online session. We don't plan that. We don't plan the social aspect, social stimulation. We don't plan the emotional stimulation. बच्चे से थोड़े बात कर लो. कोई वो नहीं है, बच्चे घर में क्या किए, कौन से परेशानी है, क्या है. We need to spend some time which is not academic, which is not related to the lesson. So session plan should have your content in terms of how you prepare your learning content, learning resources. स्टूडेंट को अपने पास क्या रखना चाहिए, क्या नहीं. तो चैलेंजेस इसलिए होता है बिकॉज वी डोंट प्लान आवर सेशंस प्रॉपर्ली. प्री सेशन एक्टिविटीज, आप बच्चे को काफी एक्टिविटीज पहले से दे दीजिए करने के लिए. इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. आप सेशन चाहे 60 मिनट्स लो, वो पहले से उनको इस एरिया में काफी एक्टिविटी दे दो. उसके बाद वो क्लास में आए, ऑनलाइन क्लासेस में आए, so that you can spend lot of time, and that could be, you can arouse the student attention to engagement would be better. Online session activities, you have to very well planned about online session activities. It's not only you are sharing the information. जैसे मैं आपको ये कॉन्फ्रेंस है इसीलिए मैं शेयर कर रहा हूँ, अदरवाइज क्लासरूम होता तो आपको मुझे बीच बीच में कुछ ना कुछ एक्टिविटीज देना होता है. यदि एक्टिविटीज नहीं देता तो फिर ये सेशन नहीं होता. सेशन असेसमेंट बहुत जरूरी है. बीच बीच में स्टूडेंट को क्वेश्चन पूछना, उनसे जवाब लेना, whether they can just write it, show it you, that's very important. Home activities is equally important for any kind of online session, and the evaluation of home activities is very important. So pre-session, session, post-session activities in any remote learning is very important. तो बच्चे ऑनलाइन में रिमोट लर्निंग में नहीं सीखते हैं क्योंकि हम अपनी प्लानिंग ठीक से नहीं करते, एग्जीक्यूट ठीक से नहीं करते. प्री सेशन, इन्फॉर्मिंग स्टूडेंट्स, चेकिंग द रेडीनेस, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. बच्चे के पास जो सामान चाहिए है कि नहीं है, क्या नहीं है. कंफर्मिंग रिसोर्सेस एट द स्टूडेंट्स एंड, assigning pre-session activities, checking technology time and mentor, who is with the child. ये सब चीज हमें pre-session में करनी है. Preparing for remote session is very important. Setting goal, resources, technology matching, team formation. हमेशा कहा जाता है कि एक नहीं 2 टीचर होनी चाहिए. देखिए बाइजू क्या है, अभी 2 टीचर कर लिया है. हम करीब 2 साल से मैं भी यही बोल रहा हूँ कि जितने मैं ऑनलाइन लेसन्स में रहा हूं तो हमेशा ही 2 टीचर के साथ. 2 टीचर में क्या होता है, बाय चांस एक टीचर का कट गया तो फिर उस सेशन को आगे बढ़ाना आसान होता है. स्टूडेंट के अटेंशन में क्या होता है ना, जो टीचर बदलते हैं बच्चे बोर नहीं होते हैं. दैट इज अनदर वे हाउ वी मेक द ऑनलाइन सेशन वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. और जब हम टीम फॉर्मेशन, टीम टीचिंग करते हैं, कोऑर्डिनेशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Learners engagement is a great question nowadays. हर जगह में ऑनलाइन लर्निंग चल रहा है, लेकिन एक बात हो रहा है, बच्चे क्यों नहीं एंगेज हो रहे हैं. कुछ बच्चे तो अच्छे सीख रहे हैं, कुछ बच्चे बोल रहे हैं कि हम तो बस ऑन कर लेते हैं, उसके बाद हम कहीं गैप हो हम कहीं चले जाते, हम अटेंड नहीं करते, अपनी कुछ फेसबुक देखते हैं और कुछ देखते हैं, हम टीचर को सुनते नहीं, ऑनलाइन टीचर. It's a very important matter how to engage our learner in a remote session, in an online session, or whatever way you do that. So to engaging the learner, the challenges comes your learning environment, the kind of learning resources you use. Suppose you are using for example, a PPT, and a PPT you have 6, 7, 8 lines in a PPT. If a child is using a mobile phone, how a child can read the PPT? Can you ever think of that? Still we are using PPTs like paragraphs, PPTs having lines after lines after lines. So that never helps. That never helps. So you can use the teaching aids itself, having your camera and set your camera properly. Use the teaching aids. So learning resources are very important. Similarly, the discussion and communication. The discussion communication should always happen. Assignment and exercises are important. This learning environment helps to engage the student. Student engagement has 3 components. One is behavioral engagement, second is cognitive engagement, third is emotional engagement. Behavioral engagement, the student has to do something. We call it a psychomotor. Even online also, you involve something psychomotor, writing it, doing something, showing it, I'm doing this. Cognitive engagement, you have a reflection question, you have a number of questions the student has to answer. Emotional engagement, that's very important. How as a teacher you are emotionally connected with the students, that's also important. That involves dialogue, involvement, support, control. The online engagement student is always a challenge. Remote blending teaching skills. Our teachers, as I rightly said in the beginning, you can be a great teacher in the regular classroom, but if you want to be a very good teacher or a good teacher in an online or remote classroom, it's very important. You should be innovative. You should be technology enthusiast. You should know. You should have. You should learn technology, use technology, master technology. That's very important. So organization, preparation, commitment, innovative technology, these are all the new normal skills that required for the teachers. That's very important. The pre-service teachers, because for last 2 years, we have been engaged in some way. Engaging the teacher trainees in the online or remote learning of the students. आप लोग काफी टीचर ट्रेनिंग कॉलेजेस होंगे, ट्रेनिंग सेंटर्स होंगे, तो आप कैसे अपनी प्रैक्टिस टीचिंग करते हैं? आप जरूर ऑनलाइन प्रैक्टिस टीचिंग करते होंगे. आप गूगल मीट में हो, जूम में हो या माइक्रोसॉफ्ट टीम में हो, आप प्रैक्टिस टीचिंग करते हैं. तो प्रैक्टिस टीचिंग कैसे करना है, इट रिक्वायर्स लॉट ऑफ training, what point to consider, these are very important points. How the new or a entry teacher or maybe the teacher training will do the practice teaching online, how will teach them to do, that's very important aspect. We need to learn and they need to learn this. And the e-supervision of the online classes are very important. So as you used to do the regular supervision of the students' lessons, so online classes, how you supervise the online classes? Whether you are a principal of the school or a supervisor in the school, you also used to do this supervision of the e-learning session, e-supervision. So e-supervision itself is a new normal skills, is a new normal skills. Online teachers profile, online teaching materials, connecting to how your online teachers or teacher training is using or your online teacher using. These are, you need to look, you need to give your positive constructive feedback, provide them assistance, support them so that they can teach well in the online teaching. So the supporting, mentoring, everything is very important. Everything is very important for online learning. So many times without teaching how to teach online, we just give the assignment, teach online. That is the bigger challenge. That's the biggest challenge. So, but to conclude, I should say, as a teacher, in the new normal, in the COVID-19 era, you try. There could be possibility you will fail, but when you try hard, definitely you will succeed. So as a teacher, I will be in 3 places. So you as a teacher, you should be in front of your student to cheer them, behind your student to have their back, and the next to your student so that they are not walking alone. So I just read it. As a teacher, I will be in 3 places. In front of you, you mean student, to cheer you on, behind you to have your back, and next to you so that you are not walking alone. Let us have a good learning continue during lockdown and then after. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Amitabh Mishra. As usual, your presentation was very interesting and very relatable. I think everybody now is experiencing what you were saying. You summarized it very well about the 3 components, student, teachers, and technology, discussing the challenges related to these 3. And as you mentioned rightly, these are not watertight compartments. ये तीनों चीजें अलग नहीं है, स्टूडेंट, टीचर एंड टेक्नोलॉजी. पैंडेमिक ने हमें ये सिखाया है कि ये तीनों को मिलके हमको डील करना होगा. सो दैट वाज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एंड आई ऑलवेज फील इतने सारे हम कॉन्फ्रेंसेस करते रहते हैं, वी कीप ऑन अटेंडिंग एंड ऑर्गेनाइजिंग ऑनलाइन ऑफलाइन कॉन्फ्रेंसेस, बट वी हैव टू बी समवेयर be very careful about consuming the conferences. What do I mean by consuming the conferences is getting into action mode. It's not about attending the conference, then getting CRE points, giving post test, and sharing that I attended this conference. That's it. No. How can we implement the points that we learned? There were many points that Dr. Amitabh Mishra touched upon were very relatable. हम लोग सब ये जानते हैं, ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ ये challenges है, connectivity के challenges है, students knowing more technology than the teacher, because generation next जो है जो हमसे ज़्यादा efficient है technology use करना. So we all have experienced these challenges, and we can relate to these challenges and these components. But how are we going to convert the learning points into action is something very important. And uske liye I will particularly thank Dr. Amitabh Mishra, because he touched upon the application and implementation points as well. So it was not something very theoretical, though he started with the interesting statistics. बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग स्टैटिस्टिक्स उन्होंने शुरू में दिखाया कि जो हमारी जर्नी है 2016 से 2021 तक की, ऑफलाइन मोड कन्वर्टेड इनटू ऑनलाइन मोड, ये जर्नी में कितनी कंफर्ट लेवल है, कितने स्टूडेंट्स इन्वॉल्व है, डबली मार्जिनलाइज्ड स्टूडेंट्स जो है वो किस तरह से इसमें इन्वॉल्व है, किस तरह से स्ट्रगल करके ये जर्नी हो रही है. So I really thank you, Dr. Amitabh Mishra, for bringing about these points and maybe brushing upon these points. As teachers, we all feel responsible for our students' learning, and if the learning has changed, it is time for us to change. तो हमारा जो टेक्नोलॉजी का हेजिटेशन है, फियर है, क्या नई चीजें पता नहीं मुझे आएगा नहीं आएगा, यूज करूं नहीं करूं, इससे निकलना होगा. And we will have to be one step ahead in technology so that students respect us. आज की घड़ी में प्रॉब्लम ये है कि स्टूडेंट्स को लगता है टीचर को पता नहीं है. I know. And if we lose the respect, then they will not pay attention to what we are teaching them.
You are very right. You are very right.
So thank you very much, and I think the forum is open for discussion.
किसी को कोई प्रश्न हो तो पूछें. सभी पार्टी जी
या कोई प्रश्न हो, कमेंट हो, कोई को शेयर करना हो.
यदि भी आपका प्रश्न भी नहीं है, आपकी कुछ ऑब्जर्वेशन है या आपका कोई एक्सपीरियंस है, आप कोई चैलेंजेस फेस कर रहे हैं, यहाँ पर बात करना भी बहुत जरूरी है. आप यहाँ पर पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं कॉन्फ्रेंस में, आप अपनी बात भी रखें. कोई जरूर नहीं क्वेश्चन होनी चाहिए. हम भी सीखे, आपको क्या परेशानी हो रहा है हम भी जाने.
Yeah, absolutely. Rajesh Kumar is raising the hand. Manju Devi is raising the hand.
एक
उनको
क्वेश्चन
unmute-
चैट बॉक्स में है. Children or adoption for mobile phone, madam. It is a converted bad habit, madam. मैम एक चैट बॉक्स में एक मैसेज है. वीना,
Can you repeat?
children are adoption for mobile phones. Madam, it is converted bad habit, madam. ऐसा कुछ लिखा हुआ है. बीना जी
So I
आप
think I think if Bina is talking about the addiction to mobile phone.
Yeah.
See, using mobile phone for a purpose, that's different. For a purpose, for learning, for anything. But you know, they start using mobile phone for social media, and there's so much anxiety, social anxiety. If I have just put up something in social media, how many you know, likes, and you know, there are certain other things affecting, and children are even they are searching the unsafe content and all the things. That is also a challenge.
Yeah.
So there is, if anything can be done with due supervision, and it can be used for the good purpose, because everything as you know, nuclear energy has a both. It can use as a bomb, it can use for our electricity, for energy. So technology is like like a bomb, a nuclear bomb, something like that. How you want to use it. So everything has pro and cons. Everything has you know, brighter side and the darker side. It's very important how we develop habit and internet hygiene. We talk about hygiene, internet hygiene. So how we keep our body, how keep our everything as a personal hygiene. Similarly, the internet hygiene also very important. Like you are not muting your and you will start discussing with your child or something. That is called, we talk about the appropriate online behavior. So back to Asmita ma'am, she want to ask.
Yeah, I think you rightly said that it is a tool and it is up to us how to use it. We'll have to use it carefully, and that's the challenge we all have it. So any other chat box question, Santosh sir?
No ma'am, there is no more question.
Okay, then we can wind up here on time. So vote of thanks, please.
जी, कविता बेन शाह, आवाज हमारी पहुंच रही है आप तक? शायद यहाँ पे नहीं आ रही है आपको आपकी आवाज.
अपने डिवाइस का वॉल्यूम चेक करें, अपने डिवाइस का वॉल्यूम चेक करें प्लीज. और मे बी यू आर अवे फ्रॉम द माइक.
मैम यू आर ऑडिबल.
हेलो,
आई एम ऑडिबल.
Yes, yes, yes.
आवाज आ रही है ना?
हाँ प्लीज.
या
ओके सर. आज का जो सेशन था वो बहुत बढ़िया रहा. बेसिकली सर और मैं भी टीचर हूँ, इसलिए मैंने भी बहुत कुछ आपके पास से, आपका जो सेशन था उसमें से सीखा है सर. कोविड-19 ने हमें सभी को टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में काफी कुछ सिखा दिया, चाहे बच्चा हो, टीचर्स हो या फिर मैनेजमेंट हो. टेक्नोलॉजी का लर्निंग में हमें किस तरह से उसका यूज करते हैं और उसका क्या क्या बैरियर है, वो मिस्टर अमिताभ सर ने बहुत सरल और स्लाइड से अच्छी तरह से समझाया. साथ ही में अस्मिता मैम ने बताया कि 2016 से 2020 की जर्नी में स्टूडेंट्स किस तरह से स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं, वो पॉइंट आपने बताया मैम. और टीचर में भी बहुत सी दुविधा है, चाहे मैं हूँ तो मुझे भी बहुत सी दुविधा थी कि मैं किस तरह से अपने HI बच्चों में टेक्नोलॉजी का यूज कर पाऊंगी या पूरे प्रॉपर कर पाऊंगी या नहीं प्रॉपर कर पाऊंगी. लेकिन फिर भी हमें टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में बहुत कुछ सीखा और बच्चे में ये पेंडेमिक टाइम में यूज भी किया. तो सर और मैम आपका मैं
अभी इंटरनेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस में आपका तह दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करती हूँ। थैंक यू वेरी मच मैम और सर। नेक्स्ट डोर मैं संतोष सर को सौंपती हूँ। संतोष सर।
थैंक यू कविता बेन। वैसे ये हमारा प्लेजर है कि अमिताभ सर को और अस्मिता मैम को सुनने का मौका मिले। मैं सारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स को ये कहना चाहूँगा, बताना चाहूँगा कि अपने स्पेशल एजुकेशन फील्ड में और उसमें भी अगर खास हियरिंग इम्पेयरमेंट फील्ड में और स्पेसिफिक इंक्लूजन के बारे में अगर बात करें तो उसमें दोनों जो आज साथ में हैं, अमिताभ सर और अस्मिता मैडम, दोनों लोग का नाम सर्वप्रथम आता है। तो इन दोनों लोगों को देख कितनी तरह से शुरुआत ही जैसे होती है तो इतना पोलाइटली होता है कि लगता है कि सारा मतलब जो क्राउड है वो अपनी तरफ खींच लिया है। तो जब शुरू ही किया है अमिताभ सर ने और जब शुरू ही किया है अस्मिता मैम ने, तो इसी तरह से किया हुआ है। तो हम ऐसे ही बार बार अपने ऐसे प्रोग्राम में और अपने पार्टिसिपेंट्स के लिए मैम सर आप दोनों लोगों का हम सहयोग लेते रहेंगे। बस एक आवाज, बस एक मैसेज करने पे सर ने स्वीकार किया मेरा इनविटेशन की ओके मैं तैयार रहूंगा। सर ने एक चीज और बोला हुआ था, सर के बारे में थोड़ा सा कह दें कि सर ने बताया तो फैमिली में थोड़ा सा घर में माता जी की थोड़ी तबीयत खराब है, उस वजह से मैं पीपीटी नहीं बना पाऊंगा। इतना घर में होने के बावजूद भी सर ने बाकायदा बहुत अच्छी तरह से पीपीटी बना करके आप लोगों को शेयर किया, प्रेजेंट किया और एक एक चीज को बहुत ही डिफाइनली प्रेजेंट किया कि क्या क्या चैलेंजेस हैं टेक्नोलॉजी से रिलेटेड। तो वो सब सर ने बताया। थैंक यू अमिताभ सर और थैंक यू अस्मिता मैम, आप दोनों लोगों का प्रीशियस टाइम देने के लिए थैंक यू सो मच। मैं ग्रीड की तरफ से और केएल इंस्टीट्यूट की तरफ से आप दोनों लोगों का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद अदा करना चाहता हूं मैम। थैंक यू सो मच एंड सर थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, and all the best to your more sessions. In between, if possible, I'll attend, but with the busy schedule, I am not.
मैम
So all the
हमारे
best.
बीच पार्टिसिपेंट्स में डॉक्टर आलोका गुहा मैम कंटिन्यूअस हमें सुन रही हैं। तो आलोका मैम आपको कुछ कहना है मैम, अगर आवाज पहुंच रही हो तो।
Oh, good afternoon, Aloka Di. How are you? Aloka Di, उनका माइक शायद म्यूट होगा।
हाँ अनम्यूट, हाँ अभी बोलेंगे।
Asmita?
Hi, hello, Aloka Di. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Well, the two A's, Amitabh and Asmita, did a great job. And I am so happy to see how much I've learned from you. Amitabh, some of your slides were missing in between with, as you said, technological interventions, but great presentation from the lady in the morning and great cheering, Asmita. Catch you later. And thank you to Kail Shah Institute for inviting me to listen in. God bless.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Amitabh, where are you?
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Amitabh,
How are
कैसे
you?
हो?
मैं ठीक हूँ आलोका दी।
I hope your mother gets better. Excellent presentation.
Yeah.
I missed some of the slides though because of technology issues. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you.
Is she better, mother?
She is better, but not so far, not recovered well, but she is better, improving.
Take care. Yeah.
Yeah, take care.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Sir, Aloka ma'am, thank you so much.
Aloka Di at the SNDT conference.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
थैंक यू सो मच मैम। अभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स सभी लोगों से मेरा अनुरोध है कि अब यहाँ से 1 घंटे का ब्रेक होगा और हमने जो पहली लिंक है असेसमेंट की लिंक वो यूट्यूब पे भी डाला हुआ है और इस पे पार्टिसिपेंट्स का जो व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप है उस पे भी डाला हुआ है और यहाँ भी डाला हुआ है, तो ले करके सभी लोग फिल कर लेंगे और कोई डाउट होगा तो मैसेज करेंगे या फिर बात कर लेंगे। अभी यहाँ पे सेशन मॉर्निंग सेशन है, यहाँ पे फिनिश होता है, मिलेंगे 2 बजे।
अभी लिंक नहीं आया।
हाँ ठीक,
लिंक किधर है सर?
लिंक आपको दिया गया है एक
नहीं आया सर, ग्रुप में नहीं आया।
जस्ट